better to get a home fight? It's been a long time.
11 years since Orlando. What that dude? That's a lifetime.
How much easier does that make preparation going into this week?
Insanely easy. I don't even know what it's. This is the first time I've done it. I feel in so long that I feel like I'm not. Dude, I don't even feel like I've been in a training camp because of it. I just feel like I've just been training off season almost, you know. But honestly, other than the needing to peak, this is what I do year round. Unlike other sports, man, if we're not staying on top of our game to improve and get better, but on top of that, you never know when a potential high caliber, short notice replacement might pop up, or at least that's my mentality on the matter.
A little bit of a layoff for you, like 9 months. It's not necessarily what you probably love, right? But was there a reason behind that?
No, honestly, man, I thought I was going to fight November, December, the latest. I actually thought I was getting on a December card. And then when that fell through, January was what it was going to be, but late December they announced that they were coming here, and honestly, man, I really feel like it was meant to be, you know, because if I would have got booked for a January card or pushed really hard for a January card, chances of them taking me off that card to put me on here wouldn't have happened.
Where do you kind of feel like you are right now in your career?
I think I'm the best welterweight in the world. I mean, how many people have been in the game as long as I have and are actually improving? Most people are content with their skill set. They try to just refine what they already have and try to just peak for fights and get in better shape. People don't know this, but this entire layoff, man, I've been traveling around the nation, around the world, training with the best people in the world that I can to up parts of my game, whether it's a part of my game that I've already had in my arsenal that can be improved upon, or it's part of my game that I've either been lacking or needed drastic improvement on. I'm going to evolve till I die, but Randy Couture started at 33, man. You know, like, and he had the wear and tear of all the wrestling. Granted, he had all those credentials and all that, but as far as heart and commitment and dedication, that's all in my heart. That's all in me, man. I've dedicated myself to this sport since day one. First pay-per-view live since I was 10 years old. This is the UFC's 25th anniversary. This is my 25th anniversary. I stand alone. There is nobody in the UFC with my skill set. I'm a very original person. I do believe in the martial arts aspect as far as the art approach to it. I'm an artist. I try to be individual and understand my body and use add skill sets and arsenals to my body type that most people can never accomplish.
What still drives you to do all that?
That belt. I want the gold, man. Like, when I dedicated myself to this sport, it wasn't just to make it to the UFC. I told my best friend, that's what I want to do. You just watch, I'm going to be a champion. He said, you're crazy. And look at me now. You know, like, this has been an extremely long road, and life's crazy. It has a lot of ups and downs. Anything can happen on any given night, and I'm fighting at the highest level. I've been fighting at the highest level since 2007. You know, like, I'm not trying to get easy fights and easy paydays. I'm the guy jumping in fights on short notice against the #1 in the world to try to get a title shot against GSP on 48 hours. You know, like, that's always been in me. I'm never gonna change. And I got a lot of improvements to go, but like I said, man, I'm a special breed.
It feels like when that day does happen, it'll be pretty emotional for you.
I visualized it, and honestly, if you want to talk about emotions, I'm my biggest, worst enemy. Like I'm yeah, I may have lost to some people, but I truthfully believe it was my emotions that beat me more than anything. More than, I mean, like I said, dude, I have the heart, you know, I have the drive, and you're gonna need a shotgun to take me out, because go look at my last fight, bro. I ain't gonna quit. It ain't never gonna stop. And I've only been put out cold once in my life, and that's because I couldn't see out of the one eye, you know, and it was to one of the best, baddest people on the planet. So it ain't never gonna, no one can ever make me doubt myself. I'm always gonna believe that, you know, I have what it takes to be a champion.
If emotions have gotten in the way, is there a way to like train that out of yourself? I mean, is there a way to compensate for that? Or how do you do that?
No, honestly, man, it's a double-edged sword because my emotions help drive me. There are times where my emotions, where I'm backstage or I'm absolutely exhausted in a training camp, and what pushes me forward is I want to buy my mom a house, I want to buy my dad a house, and I want a house myself, you know, like, dude, I'm not in this game to, you know, for the fame and the fortune. I'm in it for the love of the sport, the love of the martial arts, but man, like, nothing's gonna stop this drive, man. I'm never gonna quit. It's never gonna happen. And as long as my body can handle it, which I really think I've done everything in my power, dude. I've done juice fast. I've done you know, vegan, vegetarian. I've done everything that you could possibly do to help the vitality of my body and preserve my body to the highest extent, so the longevity of my career can last the longest. And if all these guys that inspire me and that I look up to are fighting at these higher age levels, I can do the exact same thing. And again, as long as I'm improving and getting better day by day, I know that the possibility is still there.
Have you always had that drive, or is that something that developed over time and during your career?
I've definitely always had it as a child, but throughout my upbringing and throughout my my career, I think it's just increased dramatically. You know, like certain fights in my career have been pivotal points where it's brought my mentality to, oh my God. Like, dude, I'm just a Florida boy, born and raised. The last thing I ever thought was that I could be the best or one of the best in the world at mixed martial arts. And honestly, like, some of those wins and some of those outcomes and persevering over losses and coming back, it's a testament to my will, and nothing's gonna break it, man.
Can you talk a little bit about needing to fight somebody? You've done some rounds with them in the past, right? And I know you guys you didn't train hardcore together, but you have spent some time together. And can you talk a little bit about what the process was once you got that call, what the fight was?
Oh man, that was a rough one. That was a real rough one. Fighting here has been a decade-long, you know, goal. I've been wanting to fight here, let alone for the UFC, for that long. I've visualized it for a very long time, and for it to happen, man, I hit up Sean Shelby. This is the third time they've been here. I tried to get on the first one. I thought I was going to get on the second one. It didn't happen. Getting on the third one was going to happen if I had to fly out to Vegas and plead and beg with Dana and Sean Shelby to make it happen. When I hit up Sean Shelby about this, I said, I don't care who on the roster, I don't care if I have to be the first fight on the roster, whoever it is, wherever I got to fight, whatever it takes, I'm getting on that card. And then they gave me this fight against Allen, and I was like, oh. First thing I did was send over the email that Sean sent me to Eddie and said, oh my God, no. And then he said, no, tell him you guys are teammates. And I said, I know, I already replied and said that. But then, you know, unfortunately, you know, Allen's back was against the wall. He said that he's been trying to get a fight for a long time. This was the fight that they gave him. He accepted it. You know, he talked to, so Eddie ended up talking to Allen. They talked. Eddie talked to me, said, hey, man, it's unfortunate. It is what it is. And once again, man, we're both professionals. We said we're, you know, come fight night, we know we're just going to put it all on the line. But this is going to be the first time in UFC history we're going to see 10 Planet on 10 Planet crime. And may the best man win.
Under the circumstances, did it feel like something special could probably come out of this fight?
Man, we both bring it every time, dude. Like, anybody that's been following his career has been following my career. I know why Sean put this matchup together, because it really does scream excitement. And I really respect, you know, Sean for what he's able to do, man, because it's a very hard job. Again, I think the fans are going to love it. And we both agreed, man, winner buys beers.
When you talk about the emotion and being able to train at home, obviously this reaction and the reaction you know you're going to get Saturday has got to carry you.
It's definitely amazing. I totally forgot what it felt like. You know, like the last time I fought here was for the CFC welterweight title. I won that in 46 seconds. The whole place went nuts when I walked out. The whole place went nuts when I got the arm bar and won it. If it's anything like that, man, it's going to give me goosebumps. It's going to give me chills.
Was that at UCF?
It was at the old UCF arena, yeah.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.